Welcome back. Part 3 of the Zoning Laws and Tobacco Retailers series will help you prepare a presentation that can be used to educate local leaders and decision makers in your community. Before you make an appointment with the City Council or the Mayor's office, spend some time organizing your thoughts. Some important steps include assembling a team of individuals who are willing to help. Remember, not everyone has to be a public speaker. There are many ways to address issues in your community. You'll need researchers, writers, and maybe even an artist. Once you have your team assembled, start dividing the work. Decide who will gather the data and use that to define your issues. For example, maybe your high school has a dozen tobacco retailers within a half mile of the school. Prepare your main talking points. You'll want to keep it short but impactful. Use statistics from the Campaign for Tobacco Free Kids, the Centers for Disease Control, or the Project Prevent website. You may want to prepare a visual aid to show the number of stores like this graphic. You may also want to make handouts with the map and your main talking points. Finally, decide who will do the talking and whether or not you want to split it up between 2 or more students. Don't forget to practice and be ready to answer questions. I mentioned the Campaign for Tobacco Free Kids. They share up-to-date Arkansas-specific data that's really useful. They also provide comparisons of Arkansas tobacco use with the rest of the United States. The Centers for Disease Control has a lot of data and statistics as well, including the Surgeon General's report on smoking and tobacco use. Go to cdc.gov/tobacco. And then the Project Prevent website can provide links to multiple tobacco resources, fact sheets, toolkits, and more. Go to projectpreventar.org and click the Resources tab at the top. A few tips for using visual aids include keeping them brief and easy to understand. If you're using PowerPoint, don't use too much text and try to avoid reading directly from the slides. Make sure your visual aids are clear and visible to the entire audience. If you have a large audience, a small poster will not work. Opt for handouts instead and try to pass them out before you get started. Remember to speak to the audience, not to your visual aid. Oftentimes, we tend to stare at the slides on the screen or a poster on an easel, causing us to turn away from the audience. This will not only make it difficult for them to hear you, but you also risk losing their interest or miss the opportunity to tap into their feelings. The fourth and final part to this series will provide guidance for educating decision makers and community members, as well as a recap of the series and the references used throughout.